First question: who understands humans better than humans?
Machines.
Moms. Okay, so let's start with understanding what the general sentiment about AI in the marketing community is. So, from what I've learned, the general mindset that marketers have that is that they're
Mostly apprehensive
Yeah.
about it, and they're just thinking how exactly to react about it because they're still experimenting, right? We ourselves are still
Yes.
experimenting and seeing how exactly it's gonna really benefit us in all our activities that we perform on daily basis.
And for example, the recent case, it blew up on Twitter a while ago, like a week and a half ago, the Chat GPT feature, and almost all of you might have come across it at some point. It went viral on Instagram also. It's this AI software where people put in queries and the AI gets back to them with proper answers. Some marketers even asked the software to write blogs for them, and
Yeah.
it did write for them. It takes me about 4 to 5 hours to write a complete blog, and if an AI software is cutting down on my grunt work time and returning back to me with 1,000 or 1,500 word blog in like 5 to 10 minutes, of course, why would I not want to avail it?
Yeah.
And which brings me to my next point, that how credible is the information put forward by the AI software? So this is interesting that only last week I was writing a blog, and I was asked by the SEO team to try out this new feature, the new AI software. It was Write Sonic, and I was of course lagging behind on time, and I tried the software, and it did give me very good results. So a few drawbacks that I noticed were that the word length wasn't the one that I selected. I had to manually insert keywords into the blog. And the third one was that it was very generic.
So what we learned from this is that it's not great for SEO.
It's not SEO optimized.
So that means that all the SEO work has to be done by the writer themselves or the SEO analyst, right?
Yes.
So AI is not really helping us in that domain.
This
And-
is only from our experience, by the way.
Yeah, okay. And the second point was that it was all pretty generic. So yeah, I totally agree with that. When I think of using AI to generate content, I constantly question myself: do I want to exclude the human touch from the kind of content that we create? Because this is what the trend is going these days, right? We are trying to bring back that. Because of all the digital kind of growth and evolution, we are trying to go back to the basics where we are bringing back the humanness in all our content, in all our efforts, and all our strategies, so that people can people can actually relate to it. So that kind of relatability will it be compromised because you're getting your content created by AI, taking help from AI? I think yes, because I don't think AI can function the same way as a human can, of course, because they don't have emotions, and a lot of times when we are drafting a content, we think of stories, and we think of ideas or experiences that we had in our real life. So can really any other entity replace that kind of element from your content? I think not, right?
A counter argument would be that AI has currently only scanned about 10% of the entire data available on the internet. So it might be only a matter of time that AI is coming back to us with fully humanized pieces of content, which of course stem from experiences, our lived experiences. It's not original.
That's really scary.
It is. It's very Black Mirror. That said, I'm going to come back to the benefits of AI, which can generally mean since the research is generally taken from consumer behavior, it can of course be statistically more reliable than a human research. Okay.
That's true.
So when you're looking at better ROI, in my opinion, if you're constructing a PPC campaign, the ad written by an AI software might be more compelling in having a user making the purchase than something written by me or you, for example, because the ad is taken from some of the best written ads all over the internet. And despite my expertise in copywriting, it may not be the most compelling.
So you're saying that AI is constantly going through the available data to make the best kind of content that has worked previously, right?
Yes.
But then what about the element of surprise that really compels the viewer? And what about, art really driving the art sense of the era? What do we say about that? Because I don't really think AI can itself produce something new per se. Only humans are capable of, experimenting with something new and, driving the entire zeitgeist. And, because we have been reading about, post structuralism, all these times where, Dadaism, even the art forms that, artists practiced during a time, because they were constantly experimenting and, fighting with the older set trends. So I don't think AI has the ability to do that. And
Yeah, you're
by
right.
that, we're saying that there's going to be lack of creativity when it comes to AI produced content. So one another point to, human based content.
Yeah, it can be something very engaging, but it would be reusing some of everything that has already been put out there. It won't be original or creative in its own way.
Recently, what has worked really well on digital platforms is audio and video content, right? And is AI really supporting that sort of content? I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's all created, the podcasts and the webinars, even the content we are creating at this point is actually created by humans. So I think that's another challenge that AI will have to face in order to really work for every content team or department.
That said, I think it's a matter of time that AI would support audio content and video as well, because everyone who's on TikTok, they're familiar with the voiceover that goes on almost every video. I've used it a ton of times, and the highs and lows that the TikTok voice, I call it the TikTok voice, uses, it's very humanistic, and if the software has the ability to translate what I'm writing into a very human-like voice, and I don't think it's very far off that they would be coming up with content which is completely audio and which has the highs and lows of a normal conversation or a normal human as well. And that said, right now, despite audio and video content being very popular on other social media platforms, LinkedIn, for example, is a platform where literature or word format it reigns superior, and we've tried it on our own strategy as well. Video does not do as better as theoretical content on LinkedIn. So if AI is cutting back on your time for researching, and if it's coming back to you with a lot of good content, which of course you can customize, but then again, you have to keep in mind that it's cutting your research time more than a half. Okay, what took me like 4 to 5 hours to write something, I can get it done in half an hour or 45 minutes with fact checking and everything. So
that's really compelling. I was also thinking that there have been speculations around, and I've been reading about it as well, that in near future there might be some Google update that says that AI content will be identified by Google and it will not rank it well. So maybe that's not a really good news for people who are using AI tools to generate content. Take notes.
yes, we'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions or if you would like us to address a specific marketing concern, let us know in the comments below and we'll surely do that. Take care and bye.
Bye bye.